and Jason, your challenge is to each design your own casual game and release it online.
Oh, the most popular game after a month of going live will win the challenge.
Flash-based,
game,
simple kind of...
Sort of browser-based games.
Yeah.
Ah.
In fact, you all know what casual games are. Yeah, you. You play them in your lunch break, don't you? Or when you're supposed to be doing the washing up.
They're those simple online games that are so addictive you can end up playing them for hours.
500 million people play casual games worldwide, and that's set to double this year. We would have our work cut out to make a blockbuster amongst all the games out there.
First up, we needed to find out what makes a successful game. So we headed to our local office block to see what people have been sneakily playing in their lunch break.
And the first game we spotted someone playing was a really simple one.
So you're just using 2 keys, are you?
Yeah, it's ridiculously simple.
90. Oh, you paused for a second there.
Oh, good score. Oh, and down here you can share it with your mates.
This was definitely something we needed. Our games had to have some sort of incentive to do well.
Do you play games on the internet, you know, like flash games and stuff?
Yeah, sometimes I do.
Really? What, when you're working?
Yes.
Oh, you could have said your lunch hour there instead of... What do you play?
Bejeweled.
Bejeweled is one of the giants of casual gaming, having sold 50 million copies of its downloadable version with countless more hits of the free online version. What is it about that you like?
I just like it. It's like easy to play and it's not sort of really complicated.
Where hardcore computer games can take hours to complete a level, casual games typically take 5 to 15 minutes. So a simple concept like this was a must.
In fact, the whole office seemed to be filled with people playing dozens of different casual games.
Oh, God, well done. So that's interesting. So we go from one space bar to one mouse.
And what's different about this game? No colour at all.
Our next victim had gone for a familiar game.
I'd just like to choose something that I recognise.
It's not difficult to know what that means for us, is it?
Not really, no.
It could be a Gadget Show branded game. Thank you very much.
But what about something based on a challenge that we've done?
And finally, eye-catching graphics were a recurring theme.
It looks like it's been made by a child and just screwed up.
I really like the graphics.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's not really sketchy.
Don't close anything down on your browser.
It looked interesting, colourful. I'm not really a gamer, and it just appealed.
Yes! She's the verbal meister! Woo!
Our lunchtime research had given us a good idea of a winning formula.
In fact, I think I'm formulating the beginning of an idea of my game.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Haven't got the detail, but I know what I want.
No, I know what you mean. I'm not there yet with the concept, but I do feel absolutely sure that I have to satisfy the casual gamer and make it straightforward and simple enough for them. But I want to also stretch it a little bit, maybe use a few more keys to add that layer of complexity for more regular gamers.
I'd love to chat, but
She's
I've got work to do.
So, we'd need a simple concept, good physics,
some sort of incentive, and eye-catching graphics. But to get our ideas online, we'd need help from the professionals.
I'd roped in games design company Two-Way Media to help, and I couldn't wait to pitch my idea.
What I want to do is make a casual game that was a Gadget Show challenge in the last series. We had to do this hole-in-one challenge and we used a helicopter. So a helicopter picked the ball up, flew down the course, and then we opened the little catcher thing and it dropped into the hole. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah, no, that's great.
You can see that being a really level-based game. First time, very easy to get it to the...
Yeah. What should we call it? Heligolf?
Heligolf.
Heligolf it is. Excellent.
Meanwhile, I'd been inspired by a former challenge too, but I was still stuck on the basics. For one challenge, I designed a kung fu kicking machine, a punch bag that essentially punched back in order to teach me kung fu. So I think that's what I'm going to design, a kung fu kicking game with a twist, one that hopefully will KO Susie Perry. I decided to call on some old gadget friends, developers running in the halls, who designed some of our amazing refereeing tech last series. Hey man, how you doing?
Hi Jason.
Yeah, it's great to see you. So the concept that I'm looking to try and realise here is a fighting game, a sort of kung fu fighting game, full of Eastern promise, you know. But the twist, for me to absorb elements of the people that I'm fighting. So as I go through the game, I become much, much bigger.
They'll still have to have some kind of a weakness there as well.
But as a basic concept, what do you think?
It's totally doable. We'd have to get our art worker Joe to come up with some concepts, and we'll see how close that is to your sort of original vision.
So I want to chuck in a bit of steampunk, a lot of mechanical stuff, cogs and wheels and whizzy things. If we make something that is truly beautiful but also good to play, we've got a winning combination.
Meanwhile, I was making leaps and bounds with my heli golf team, and one of the things I was really keen on was giving the game realistic physics.
I want you to feel what it's like so we can get the game as close as possible to real life. So here we go.
With a toy heli, you need to control several planes of movement at once, and you can't rest for a second.
Come back. Come back. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
This game might be harder than I'd thought.
Back at Running in the Halls, my designers had taken my design brief and made it a stunning reality. This is incredible.
Thank you. Is the character definitively you, though?
I really like this character, but actually, as a sort of iconic thing, those glasses are quite memorable, aren't they, in a way?
We can definitely emphasise the glasses.
This is great. This is really fresh. Susie Perry, you have seriously got a fight on your hands.
I didn't know it, but my ideas of hot graphics were the polar opposite of Jason's, and I drafted in graphic designer Paul Dunn to help.
Well, we'll start with the general Susie avatar that we've already got, and we need to give it a lot more golf. Say pink. Pink on the top.
I'd gone not for dark and moody, but sunny and bright.
Oh, look at them. They look brilliant. They're sort of sexy and a little bit golfy, aren't they?
A little bit golfy, mainly sexy.
It's that big head and those eyes and those... It's great.
Both our games' graphics were looking mighty fine.
But it's not all about looks.
The sound effects of a casual game can be just as important as the visual effects. Think about those satisfying pops in Balloons, for example, or the clanking of the jewels in Bejeweled when they hit each other. That's what we've been working on, and we think we've got it. Guess who? I'm glad you've rung, actually. I want you to listen to something. Listen to this. That, my friend, is the sound of success. It's the sound of me beating you and whipping your little behind.
But I wanted to add even more incentive to my game with some personal encouragement. Hey, well done. Have another go. Hover. Now drop it. Yay!
Susie's dulcet Midland tones are all very soothing, I'm sure, but I preferred to work on the music for my game, something dark and electronic. So I drafted in the professionals to help me. Rose Dodd and Monty Adkins are renowned composers and sound designers, and they really understood the feel I wanted my game to have.
That sounds great.
We were well underway, our teams working day and night to code the games, but time was running out.
Yeah, but don't you think that bit's too hard?
In only 1 week, we'd need to launch the games and leave our success, or crushing defeat, in the hands of the public. It's like 3 punches and the guy's gone. He needs to slow down.
It was time for a first look at our creations.
So, there is a tutorial, but we'll leave that for the moment and let's get straight into the game.
Let's have a go. Yeah, it's quite reactive, isn't it? It's just getting used to it a little bit.
I soon found myself completely hooked.
It's fantastic. It's everything I want. It's clearly addictive. It's bright. It's simple. I love it.
Fantastic.
I just hope everybody else loves it too.
I was genuinely nervous about my first look. Oh, yeah! Instantly love it. It doesn't look like one of those cheap, off-the-shelf flash games, you know? You know what I mean? But when I looked closer, I realised the gameplay needed serious refining. Even though it's just a quick, casual game experience, the object collision is a bit of an issue that we need to make it clearer when you've actually hit one of the characters. Does that make sense?
No, it makes perfect sense.
We can do this. We're going to do it?
Cool, we're up for that.
Yeah. Fantastic. We'd seen the first versions of our games. Now both of us were desperate to know what the public's reaction would be.
My cunning plan was to head to Birmingham City University, where I could present my game to a captive audience. A classroom full of games developers in training.
They're having a lecture.
Really?
But they're gaming students.
We're going to storm it. This is great.
So they should be peachy keen. Are you ready?
Peachy keen?
Yeah, you ready for a bit of peachness?
Let's do it. Blow the door! Hi.
OK, right, here's the deal. Jason and I have both developed a game, and I want you to have a little play with it and tell me what you think. Is that cool? It's called Susie Perry's Heli Golf Game, so I'll just give you a little bit of a demo. Take off. pick up the... Oh, crash there. Obviously, I need a little bit of practice.
This was my first glimpse of Susie's game, and it looked great.
And then you just have to drop the ball in the hole. I missed because I'm a little bit rubbish. But you guys, you're all brilliant.
With a little flattery to grease the wheels, I handed over to the students.
What's your name, sir?
Abdullah.
Abdullah.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yep.
OK, here we go.
Under pressure now. Oh, yeah.
Come on, round of applause. You've got to pick the ball up first, dude.
All right, OK, how do I pick it up?
You just hop, there you go. Pick it up, take it over to the hole.
Amazing.
What do you think now? What's your name, sir?
Craig.
Craig, right. Craig is going for Team B. Same again, Craig. Got to be at 20 seconds with no heli damage.
How do you pick it up?
You just get near it and it picks it up.
That was the second time I'd been asked how to pick up the golf ball. Was my game too confusing?
Oh, my goodness, this is tough.
Doing well. Very good.
I'm getting confused of the cat. I just think it's just I'm scared of it. If it jump on my helicopter or something, like, what does it do?
You're scared of my cat.
Despite that small criticism, the reception of my game was resoundingly positive. I was massively relieved.
For my game, I had a completely different method of testing. I was worried that in trying to make it eye-catching, I'd neglected the gameplay, and I needed a second opinion. Where better to get it than in an arcade?
It's really cool.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Nice graphic.
Yeah. Nice, good work.
Yes!
But the real test was the reaction of the punters, and it wasn't long before I nabbed one.
He's laughing.
He's laughing! He's laughing! You're right, he's having a laugh! He's absorbed, look! Or maybe he just doesn't know what he's tipping.
What are you laughing at?
You're right. What are you thinking so far?
Not too bad. If I could figure out how to hit, it would be fantastic.
Oh, there you go now. Yeah. Thank you. Enjoy it. And plenty more punters were drawn in by my gorgeous graphics. How's it going, bro? Hey, you're doing well. You're really big.
How big you are? What are you doing?
Ah, it's dead. It's dead.
Oh!
But it wasn't all good news. What do you think?
I think it's a bit monotonous, to be fair. It's in one area, it's black and white, so it's pretty boring.
There's no point to it.
No.
You're not making progression.
No.
Okay, that's really interesting. Thank you for being so honest. That's actually very helpful. I'd originally wanted my game to be a side-scroller, but we just hadn't had the time. Now I was regretting that. All I could do was ask the team to change what they could in the few hours before the games went live and hope for the best.
So, that is what they thought, but the question is, what did you think?
Yes, well, to find out, here's John.
Now, the winner of this challenge will be the person whose game is most popular with the general public. In order to get a gauge on that, we've had both of the games up on our website for the last 4 weeks, and we've been counting each and every single play for both of the games. First, I'm going to reveal the results for JC's Mech Fu, and over the period on our site, Mech Fu achieved an astonishingly good 10,357 plays.
Very good.
Thank you, guys.
The score for Heligolf was 15,874 plays. Well done, Susie. That's absolutely brilliant.
Annoying as it is, your game plays so well.
I love it.
Well done, really.
Well, thank you. And thank you for everybody who played the games. Obviously, we appreciate you taking part in our challenge.
Yeah.
And that's all we've got time for tonight.